Today, we are diving into the teachings of Abraham on emotional hope. Discover the powerful insights and practical wisdom to cultivate emotional hope in your life, living a more fulfilling and optimistic life. Greetings, everyone. It's Carrie, and it's once again our weekly Mondays with Abraham. We're going to ask Abraham to help us with some type of question that we can benefit from as we go through our lives. Many times we're thinking more about certain isolated incidences and not seeing the whole arena, the physical, the emotional, the relationships, and the material things that we have or at our fingertips, the resources that we are allowed to create with. And all of it is tied by love. So as we are looking at the wholeness of our lives, that love is up here, and it is the spiritual observation deck that we are up above all of the earthly experiences, the very deep inside of ourselves, kind of, if you're ever wanting to be super self-protective or you just feel alone. Those are natural for many of us to feel that. And yet there is a whole arena of answers and avenues for making sense of your life, to be able to orient yourself to your true north, to know which way you're going. Is this an incoming? Where is it heading us toward for an outcome that we would rather experience than one that it looks like we're heading toward? Can we make a shift? Can we turn another direction? Is this a dead end? Do we need to do a U-turn and try again in a different direction? This map system, this game board, is helping me to see life more like a game of adventures and things that we can realize that we're not stuck. We've got a lot of places to go. In fact, sometimes it can feel like we've got too many, but that's okay, because in this system, we sit down, we focus on one or two really key areas that Spirit, like Abraham, as we call Abrahamian, to help us. I would like us to take a look at our emotional, is that okay? Yeah, let's look at emotional realm. We're going to go into the emotional realm, and that is either, we're going to look at either hope, or we can look at ease. Hope and ease. Nope, we're going to just look at hope today. So that emotional power of hope. Wow, I can't wait to see with the well-being cards. Let's see. Okay, Abraham, thank you for coming. And where are we at with our emotional connection? What can we learn about hope and our emotions? Yeah, okay, this card. I make many decisions, and then I make them right. Well, that's pretty cool. Hope, right there. You make a decision, but there's always hope that if it was not right, you can make it right. Is that what I'm gathering? Let's look. Your true work in this perfectly balanced universe is to weigh continually your new stimulation of thought against the existing beliefs within you, thereby deciding what you now want. Oh my goodness, how many times have you wanted something only to get it and going, oh, I did not expect that this job was going to be this hard or this unromantic, or this relationship was going to be this messy, or that I would actually have a change of heart. What's that about? Or I dearly want children, and then you're dealing with runny noses and different things. It's just not maybe what you had romantically thought being a mom or a dad was all going to be about. All those things that we look at, we think we want. Maybe you go on a vacation and you get there and you feel kind of lost, or you feel like all of it's turned into a big hassle and you're tired and you want your home again. So a lot of things, but this is talking about your emotional sense of hope, that no matter where you go, whatever decisions you make, that you can make the most of them. and that they can actually turn out to be wonderful experiences ultimately, even though in the day-to-day, maybe that new house, you still have to do dishes and cleaning. I knew I had one of my daughters when we were having to clean house. She was like 4. And she was like, why don't we just move and get a new house? I mean, it's, to her it was like, people, it's not that hard. Why do we have to do this hard work? So, if you think about how we are sometimes, I know I've done that to myself more than once as I've looked at getting what I think is exactly what I want, only to find out that I get bored, or I get disenchanted, or I'm surprised that there's the ugly side, the back end of the storage room or whatever, that is just not as beautiful as the wonderful presentation to the public. That you're like, this isn't what I really want. I want to look fabulous and glamorous and glorious in this position. Oh, but then I have to go back there and deal with the whatever, and it's just not what I thought I signed up for. I thought I was going to get this glorious life, and it would be beautiful, and just all the things, the dream life all the time. And yet life is kind of messy, and we have to really scramble and get scratched up a little bit climbing the mountains. But that vista, it isn't until we see the vista that we're like, oh, it was all worth it, right? That's something to consider. Hope, knowing that whatever you're going toward can either be worked out to being good, or you can look at, why am I questioning this abundance, this ability, this gift, or this decision I made? Very good. So let's do something different. I usually go getting into the vortex, but I think we're going to look at ask and it is given, this deck. Because if you ask for something and it is given, how can we look at that in relationship to hope? Our emotional connection to hope. Yeah, I like this one. This is a good one. It says, there is enough room for all ideas and experiences. From your non-physical perspective, you understood that there is room enough in this expansive universe for all manner of thought and experience. You had every intention of being deliberate about your own life experience and your own creations, but you had no intentions of trying to control the creations of others. Oh, I like that. Yeah. So like if you go to work for somebody and they have the wonderful office space, but then there's the back end, like the warehouse area, or those areas that you still kind of have to get back into to do your job for whatever reason, and it's not entirely everything you had thought, or maybe it's just there's some aspect of your new job that is less than what you thought it was gonna be. Or you might have other relationships that you're looking at, and someone is still growing in their just soul life journeys, and they just haven't gotten to the point where they're taking as good a care for themselves as you might think they should or could, or you would desire for them. Thinking parents and children, a lot of times will have that feeling or that vibe between them. So many times we're in conflict with others, but it's saying here that we're not trying to control other people's creations. I love that, because when you can back off and have hope that they will grow up, they will find their own way, that they have a soul life journey themselves, and that they have their own experiences, and it's just fine. Where did hope go? There's hope. And it's just fine. That it's an adventure for everybody. It's like playing cards. And how cards fall. You're going to get some trump cards. Somebody else will get trump cards, but they're not going to be the same trump cards. And you're going to find it, you're going to have to play with other people and let them have the lead, and then you're going to need to follow, and then you might get the lead and they will hopefully follow, and you'll both be able to dance together in a generous, compassionate way that makes all sorts of sense for just getting along in the world and being love and light in all of our dealings, in all of our relationships, and in all of the adventures. Even when the adventures get a little rough and tumble, I'm thinking of mountains, again, when I go hiking, sometimes I'm like, this is hard and it's rocky and it's unstable and I'm just tired and will this ever end? I'm trying to get to the destination. But once I get to the destination and I get to see that beautiful scenery, the goal of the end of that trail, it is all worth it. And then the same thing happens on the other side of that mountain. Many times, if you continue on beyond that mountain, say you overcome something in your life and now you've moved on, it's no longer an addiction or an issue for you any longer, and you've moved on, and now you can look back and go, I remember that part of my journey, that trail and that vista, and now I'm off to new adventures, and I thought that was the ultimate back there, but actually there's another mountain range ahead of me to keep going. It seems like that is the way it is. And it will help you to have hope that no matter what the terrain life puts in front of you or footsteps, that you can always, always get the support and the guidance, direction, and enjoy it for what it is and see it as abundance of the universe, a chance to play and dance with others, a gift of exploration that you can either overcome some kind of obstacle, you can live to tell the stories and be able to share your wisdom, or just find new friends, new explorations of new experiences that just thrill your heart and make you feel like it's been worth it. You never know what life can offer you. So, all right, I just invite you to ponder this one. Where is hope in your scale of 1 to 10? Super hopeful, maybe a little hopeful, and do you need more hope? Do you need to ponder this and see what's in your life with the eyes of a more generous, hopeful spirit that can actually go, you know what, as hard as this has been, maybe it will lead to something really great, or I can see that we're going the right direction. I just need to have a little more hope. All right, love to hear your comments, and then thanks for the likes, loves, and I just give you lots of love, and I know there's so much hope in the universe for you to be able to find your way, and you will. All right, take care. Till next time.